Welcome to Tech Solutions Hub, your trusted source for assistive technology. Empowering accessibility, innovating for a better tomorrow. Explore our tutorials, product reviews, and expert insights. Learn how to harness assistive tech for independence. Connect with us. Subscribe for latest updates. Hit the notification bell. And join our community on social media. Breaking barriers, one solution at a time.
The instrumental for this video is provided by InnerSanctum Entertainment Ltd.
Good day, everyone. Today we are going to be looking at important settings in NVDA. That is what we are going to be looking at today. Important settings in NVDA. So to get to your settings in NVDA, we use NVDA plus N.
NVDA.
N for nail, NVDA plus N. It tells me NVDA, but sometimes it will tell you NVDA menu. So now we go down.
Preferences submenu.
Preferences submenu. So we use our right arrow.
Settings.
Settings. We press our enter on
NVDA settings. General. Normal configuration. Categories. Alt. C. General 1 of 25.
We are on a dialog box. So remember, to navigate through a dialog box is tab and shift tab. Tab to go to the next item. Shift tab to go to the previous item. So now this dialog box is a multi-page dialog box. So the current page we're on is general. So let's look at the settings in general. The important ones in general, the ones that are not important, we'll skip them.
General property page. NVDA language. Requires restart. User default collapsed alt.
So most of us, we already use screen readers on our phone, so I might not need to explain everything, but this is how to change NVDA language from maybe you wanted to speak French.
Save configuration when exiting NVDA, check alt.
This is important. It's asking if you want NVDA to save every configuration you make after exiting, meaning you won't have to make those configurations when NVDA starts again. So this is currently checked, but if you want to keep configuring NVDA every time it comes on, you can uncheck this. To check or uncheck a checkbox, you use your space bar. So let's listen to what it will tell us.
Not checked.
To tell us not checked. When it says not checked, it means whatever you're checking is off. But when it says check,
checked,
meaning whatever you're checking is on. So that's the principle. Check on, not check off. So currently we want NVDA to be keeping our configuration when it closes. So let's go to the next one.
Show exit options when exiting NVDA, not checked, alt W.
So show exit options when exiting NVDA. As you can see, mine is not checked because I don't think I need another notification when I'm trying to turn off NVDA that do I really want to turn off NVDA. So mine is not checked. Maybe you too, you will want this feature so you can check it with your space bar.
Play sounds when starting or exiting NVDA, not checked, alt P.
As you can see, mine is also not checked. So when I want to turn on or turn off my NVDA, it doesn't make any sound. So not checked.
Logging level. Info collapsed.
Login level info. Not important.
Start NVDA after I sign in, checked, alt A.
Start NVDA after I signed in, checked. So this setting is, do you want NVDA to start up when your system starts up? So it is checked. It's very important. It is checked. So the next one.
Use NVDA during sign-in. Requires administrator privileges. Checked.
During signing. I know I explained this signing when you have more than one account on a system. So that sign in dialog box that will open, NVDA is asking that should this start at that point. So it is checked because you always want to hear what is happening on your screen.
Use currently saved settings during sign-in and on secure screens. Requires administrator privileges.
When you are trying to log into your Facebook, your social media pages, NVDA will also want to know if you want it to speak during the process of signing in. So do you want it to continue with the settings you've made before for your sign-in screen to continue? So that's what this is for.
Automatically check for updates to NVDA. Check Alt-U.
Anytime you're online, NVDA can automatically check for update. Then it will notify you that there is a new update. But if you do not like it, you can stop it by unchecking this by pressing spacebar.
Notify for pending update on startup. Check Alt.
So when it has downloaded a new update, do you want it to notify you every time you restart NVDA that there's a pending update you've not installed yet?
Allow NV access to gather NVDA usage statistics. Not checked.
So this is not checked because user statistics is data. So the way NVDA work, and if there's any problem, if you allow this, it will be sending a statistic to the people who created NVDA, and it is data. So that is why I turned it off.
Okay.
When you spacebar on OK, it just tells you that all the settings you've made has been accepted. Then it will leave the settings screen.
Cancel.
Same for cancel. I don't want to do the settings again, so you click on cancel by pressing spacebar.
Apply Alt-A.
So apply, when you use apply, it applies your settings, but do not leave the settings dialog box.
Categories Alt-C.
So
General 1 of 25.
Categories, and the first one we're in is general. So the next one we're going to is speech. So we use our down arrow. Take note that first letter navigation also works here.
Speech 2 of 25.
Tab again.
Speech property page. Synthesizer. Read-only multi-line vocalizer Expressa 2.2.
So I'm currently, my synthesizer is vocalizer 2.2. So if I want to change it, I tap again, then I get to change.
Change. Alt-H.
So that is how I can change my synthesizer. Maybe I want to use eloquent and all. So if I press spacebar on change, take note that we are using spacebar on this dialog box because if we press enter, it will just assume you are done with all your settings and leave the settings dialog box. So let's press spacebar.
Select synthesizer. Synthesizer.
So
vocalizer Expressa 2.2 collapsed Alt S.
4 synthesizer and 1 no speech.
Windows 1 core voices.
That's
no speech.
No speech.
Windows 1 vocalizer Express. Microsoft speaking.
So those are the different synthesizer I have. But I'm using
vocalizer Expressa 2.2.
So when you are done choosing,
okay,
you press your OK to leave here.
NVDA settings. Speech. Normal configuration. Speech property page. Synthesizer.
So
change. Alt H. Voice. Samantha. English.
So the
United
voice,
States. Collapsed Alt
so
V.
the voice I'm using is Samantha. But if you have other voices for the synthesizer you're using, you can use your down and up arrow to select through the list because this is a list. And remember, let me do tab and shift tab.
Variant. Premium high. Voice. Samantha. English. United States. Collapsed Alt.
And it's telling you that it's collapsed. Remember, I explained collapsed and expanded. If I press my down arrow and up arrow, since it's just that voice I have, it's not going to, that's why it's collapsed. If I had many voices, it would be expanded because I can edit the voices I want by pressing my up and down arrow.
Variant. Premium high collapsed
So
Alt
the variant
A.
of Samantha that I have is premium. So
rate 15 Alt
now
R.
when you hear rate, it's your speech rate, just asking you that how fast do you want your screen reader to go. This is a slider, so you can either use your up arrow and your right arrow to increase or you can use your left arrow and your down arrow to reduce.
Pitch 35 Alt.
Same for pitch.
Volume 30 Alt O.
Same for volume.
Weight factor 1 collapsed Alt W.
Not important.
Normalization off collapsed Alt N.
Not important.
Automatic language switching when supported checked.
Not important. We know what that is.
Automatic dialect switching when supported. Punctuation symbol level non collapsed Alt.
So this is
L.
important. Mine is currently on none. It depends on the user. If you want to be hearing punctuation when NVDA is speaking, you can just increase this. Let's check the options available. Down.
Some.
We have some.
Most.
We have most.
All.
And we have all. So mine is on none. So you remember your up and down arrow can select through this.
Trust voices language when processing characters and symbols checked.
So not important.
Unicode normalization default disabled.
Not important.
Extra dictionaries for character and symbol processing. Alt
Not important.
X. Delayed descriptions for characters on cursor movement not checked. Alt
Not
D.
important.
Capital pitch change percentage selected 23.
Now this is important. Capital pitch change. So you know on your screen reader, when you activate capital letter and you press a letter, the pitch of that letter called by NVDA will change. So this is where you will go to check how much you want that pitch to be. So
Say cap before capitals not checked. Alt
so you
C.
can choose that when you have a capital letter, it says cap C, cap T. Mine is not checked
Beat for capitals checked. Alt B.
because I chose beep anytime I enter a capital letter.
Use spelling functionality if supported checked. Alt S.
Not important.
Modes available in the cycle speech mode command. Alt M. Off checked. Off checked.
Not important.
Okay.
So we're done with settings. Now take note, those settings that I'm saying not important, they are already in their right mode. NVDA at default select these settings for you to make the experience better. So no need to start messing with a good thing. So the ones I explain are the ones I want you to mess with. We've gotten to OK,
Cancel. Apply all. Categories. Alt
So we now
C.
go down
Speak.
to
Braille 3 of 25.
there's Braille for those who are using Braille input.
Audio 4 of
There's
25.
audio.
Vision 5 of
There's
20.
vision.
Keyboard 6 of
So
25.
the next one we're looking at is keyboard. So now let's tab.
Keyboard property page. Keyboard layout. Laptop collapsed. Alt
So
K.
we have two keyboard layout. We have the desktop and the laptop. So you can use either of them for each system, the one you are comfortable with. So to move around this, you use your up and down
Desktop.
arrow.
Laptop. Desktop. Laptop.
So we're on laptop.
Select NVDA modifier keys. Alt S. Caps lock checked.
So select NVDA modifier keys. We already know what modifier keys are. So, and it's telling us caps lock check. We have chosen caps lock as our modifier key.
Speak typed characters not checked. Alt C.
Speak typed characters. We want this so that when you press your C, it will tell you C. When you press your D, we say D. My own is not checked because I don't need that information.
Speak typed words checked. Alt W.
So mine is checked on speak typed word. So when I finish typing and I press space, it will not tell me the word I have spelled.
Speech interrupt for typed characters checked. Alt
So
speak
take note, you can use both of them, speak characters and speak words. So you can use both of them if you choose. You can use only characters or user's preference.
Speech interrupt for typed characters checked. Alt I.
So what this is asking is that, do you want your speech to be interrupted when you type something on NVDA? Meaning, if NVDA is telling you an information and you press a letter, it will say that letter and ignore the speech. So yes, we want that because we always want NVDA to follow us wherever we are going. And besides, we usually wait for NVDA to finish speaking before we start taking any action.
Speech interrupt for enter key check Alt N.
So same, speech interrupt for enter key. So when we press on enter, do you want the speech to interrupt? Yes.
Allow scheme reading in say all check.
What this actually does in essence is when you tell NVDA to say all with NVDA plus A, it starts reading everything on the list. Now, what this setting does is, before, if you press your down arrow, it will stop talking and go straight to where you are and just say what you have selected and rest. But what these settings does is, even if you press your down arrow to go to the next line, your down arrow to go to the next line, it will keep reading everything from where you are going to. Do you understand? So no need for you to now do down arrow then now activate the say all again. So that is how these settings work.
Beep if typing lowercase letters when caps lock is on check Alt.
So beep if typing low characters when caps lock is on. So for example, you have your caps lock on and you are typing. You didn't know that you are typing in capital letter. So you wanted to make another letter a capital letter. Do you understand? You now use Shift and S to make the capital letter. It will beep because it will tell you that your cap lock is already on and you are not making a capital letter, you are making a small letter. So that is it for that.
Speak command keys not checked Alt O.
Speak command keys, it is not checked because what this does, if I press my down arrow to tell me down, before it tells me the item that I've gone to. If I press my control to tell me control, if I press my alt to tell me alt, if I press space bar to tell me space bar, if I press Windows key, tell me Windows key. I think we'll activate these settings for us in class. Tab.
Play sound for spelling errors while typing check Alt.
So that
S.
is explanatory. Play sound for spelling error. We need that in case we make an error. NVDA will beep and tell us you have made an error.
Handle keys from other applications check Alt A.
Not important.
Multiple key press timeout. MS Alt M. Selected 500.
This is for those who find it difficult to soft touch their laptop. You can come here in your personal PC to adjust the time of imputing different letters so that when you hold it more than that minute, it will just only type as once. So these are some things you should do in your personal system.
Okay.
So we're done. So I'm going to do cancel. Because
Desktop Windows
I didn't want
source.
to activate any of those settings. So we've come to the end of today's class. Thank you for listening.
Before you go, subscribe to Tech Solutions Hub for more useful contents like this.